She woke up at noon with her tail in a twist. Chat was yelling, "Girl, you exist." 7 empty cans and a ramen shrine. She said, "Okay, maybe outside is fine." Her fox ears twitched at the front door light like it was a boss fight, level 99. She put on shoes for the very first time and asked her mods, "Is sunlight a crime?" She packed 3 snacks and a backup screen, a gamer chair, pillow for emotional needs. Her neighbors waved and she waved back weird, then whispered, "NPCs are real out here." She's gonna touch grass, log off at last. No raids, no gotcha, no keyboard smash. She's gonna touch grass, try not to crash. A fox girl loose in the world so vast. Chat said, "X to doubt," and she said, "Alas, I'm going outside to touch some grass." She saw a bee and declared it sus. Tried to report it, but there was no discuss. A dog walked by and she bowed with class, then stepped on a leaf and yelled, "New patch." She found the lawn and approached with care, like treasure was hidden somewhere in there. One tiny poke with her fingertip, then she screamed, "It's got texture. I'm out. I quit." But then the breeze did a little dance and sunlight sparkled on her pajama pants. She sniffed a flower, sneezed real fast, and accidentally face planted into the grass. She's gonna touch grass, log off at last. No raids, no gotcha, no keyboard smash. She's gonna touch grass, try not to crash. A fox girl loose in the world so vast. Chat said, "X to doubt," and she said, "Alas, I'm going outside to touch some grass." Her tail got pollen, her shoes got mud. She named one rock Sir Pebble the Good. She missed her dusk, but she had to admit the outside world had pretty good graphics. She finally touched grass, survived the blast, unlocked fresh air and a vitamin stash. She finally touched grass, made one squirrel laugh, then ran back home for a victory bath. Chad spammed hearts as she raised her glass. Same time next year, I'll touch more grass.
Hello! And we're back for more. Hey Azzy, hey Tiva, hey Captain, hey Riley, hey See the Guy, hey Grim. Hello, hello, welcome in. What? What happened? What's those eyes about? Did I do something? Did I do something weird? Oh? Dixie gave us the window. It's really a drawing she did of trees. But isn't it so beautiful? Hello! Yes, I'm Gremlin Waifu today. The more I hear, the more I feel responsible for reporting the CPS, the FBI, and the FDA. Well, if you guys have been here for the last few days, then you know that the topic has been TheQuartering! And I didn't know who this guy was. I had no idea, but now I know a little bit more. However, we're going to look into his more recent activities. So let's get into it. This guy posted this video 3 weeks ago, so it does feel a little bit old. About the same time, June the King made his documentary. So we'll see what this guy has to say. If it's all repeated, then we move on to the next one. Let's do this.
Welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and today we're going to talk about...
Who knows who this guy is? I don't know who this guy is either. He's called Metatron.
about something not so noble. There's a YouTuber, two YouTubers we're going to talk about. One
I think I've seen them before.
is, channel number 1 is TheQuartering, and channel number 2, well,
Is
that's
it
the
Kino
problem.
Casino?
I can't show you channel number 2 because as of the recording of this video, it doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
Kino Casino.
Wait, did they actually get banned?
Kino
temporarily?
Casino. No, it's nowhere to be found. Yeah, nowhere to be found. Kino Casino is no.
Because I know they had a Clips channel when we went through the documentary. The Clips channel did get, like, canceled? But
More. Now, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to jump right into it. When it comes to TheQuartering, the only thing I know...
So it's still the Clips channel we're talking about, because their Kick stream is just fine. And they only stream on Kick then, right? Exclusively.
is that he's a conservative content creator, and I think I've seen him collab with Melanie Mac, but that's really all I know. And when it comes to Kino Casino, again, I've never watched that video. I've only seen like clips here and there. Is it the guy that does this? Anyways,
I
don't
believe
know
so. Hey,
anything about the
Victor.
hosts at Kino Casino, but it doesn't matter for the purposes of this discussion, because the problem is that what happened is
The
that
streams are pretty toxic? Really? From everything I've seen so far, I haven't actually seen a stream from start to finish, or even a little bit. I haven't really tuned in. But I've seen them talk about TheQuartering, for example. It wasn't that toxic. It was mostly just like, hee hee ha ha, this guy did that. But are they toxic? In what way?
was a feud. There was an online feud between TheQuartering and Kino Casino channel.
There was an online feud. I think it's still ongoing, but let's find out.
And for what I could gather in the last few days and been like looking into this situation, it seems like that the Kino Casino was heavily producing content about TheQuartering in a very critical manner. TheQuartering did not like that, and it threatened to deplatform them, and they indeed got deplatformed immediately after. Now, we're going to check out a few videos as well in order to like gather information on this, but I do want to just tell you straight what I think.
Oh,
Sorry,
slurs?
to get
Okay.
a drink. Jeremy from TheQuartering has indeed threatened to get their channels banned.
I'm sorry. It's not like you're streaming, right? So why would you edit that in? And then transition out of it? Like...
Jeremy, sorry to like gather information on this, but I do want to just tell you straight what I think. Sorry, needed to get a drink.
It cuts out, and then it cuts again. Like, what is the purpose of that bit? Absolutely nothing.
He has indeed threatened to get their channels banned. Of course, this is alleged. I don't think I can prove that he actually did it, but he did say that he was going to do it, and it happened immediately after. It is very suspicious that this happened
very suspicious.
immediately after
I agree.
him threatening to do it and use his contacts in order to get that result. And also, the reason why this is actually really bad behavior, in my opinion, when it comes to Jeremy, is because, I mean, he's a conservative content creator. As a right-leaning person myself, we've been bitching about the radical...
He's just been honest about getting a drink with his viewers. Okay, sure.
left using cancel culture.
You guys need to know what I had for dinner today, or what? How far do we take this transparency thing?
All the time to silence opposition and critics.
Yes.
So from a conservative, I expect a much thicker skin than this. And if anything, I'm gonna call you out using this kind of silencing tactics, because someone who
Yeah, the whole thick skin is something that you can mention. When there's a content creator like TheQuartering who's been around for how long? Since 2014 at least, I think? So, like, that is a long time to be a content creator, especially someone who has multiple channels, who has made multiple different websites. Like, how do you not have thicker skin at that point?
champions free speech once you're an online person.
Magical Dutch food. What makes you think I had Dutch food? I mean, I live in Portugal, and my Dutch influences are not so much anymore. I can hardly even see them anymore when I look at the mirror. No, but I had pasta. Yeah, I had pasta today. Yeah.
And you have a channel. There are a lot of perks, some of which are very rewarding in nature. I think we all know that. But there is also the
No, not the Dutch oven. Oh my gosh. That's just not a path we want to go through.
The fact that you put yourself out there and people are gonna love you and other people are gonna hate you. Some people are gonna agree with you, some people are gonna disagree with you. And it's all fair game. The only thing that isn't fair game is if people do incitement to violence or direct calls to action, because in that case, that's not protected speech. And in fact, I need to kind of say a few things when it comes to free speech itself. You see, I will also give the
I just remember this guy, TheQuartering, in 2019 made his whole life just hating the... Yes! So we actually recently, we did two-hour streams where we checked out the documentary by June the King on this guy, where we also went through that with his obsession with Brie Larson and other female content creators, to be honest. And it was quite the journey. So if you guys want to go through that as well, check out my last 2 videos on it. So you could also look at the June the King documentary directly, but I mean, you know, we have a little commentary here and there, makes it a little different. But yeah, so we're specifically talking about, now that we did that, those 2 streams, we're actually going to see what the recent controversy is around this guy. And it just so happens that he got caught by this channel that are covering him quite consistently now, called Kino Casino. And they are over on Kick, but they have their influences on YouTube as well. And they are quite big content creators. I think they have a really large audience, average 10,000 viewers every time they go live for many, many hours straight. So like, yeah, he's a little bit of trouble now. He can't easily hide as he did before.
Context that free speech involves the government. So in this case, rather than a free speech discussion, should be more of a fair use discussion if we really want to be technical and precise about this. But still, the abuse of content flagging, mass report, copyright claims, copyright strikes, all of these are...
Yeah, when 2 channels get into conflict, there's a lot of reporting each other, copyright claims. They will report anything that they can so that the channel goes down or they lose some kind of monetization. And it's, holy crap, it gets so ugly. And channels actually do get demonetized over these kind of fights.
The absolute sin in the online space, precisely because we want to maintain an environment where people can absolutely disagree with your points and in fact trash your points if they so choose. And that of course applies to me. I absolutely believe in the importance of freedom of speech. And if you remember, 7 months ago, I actually made a video to call out Pam Bondi on the matter of people laughing at Charlie Kirk's death, which if you remember, I exploded against those people.
Right.
I made so many videos to call out every single person, TikToker that I could see. It was a crusade. I was on fire. This is how much I hated the people celebrating Charlie's death, but she crossed the line. I don't care. I'm not willing. When she said, if you celebrate or laugh at Charlie Kirk's death, boots on the ground will knock on your door with the feds. Paraphrasing, you're out of your mind. No, because that's government intervention. The only case in which you would have the authorities to get involved in a situation like that is if someone is calling for violence. TikTokers or one of these influencers, particularly if they have a...
He seems like he has, you know, a good ground to stand on.
Large following and says, hey, Charlie Kirk is dead, and they say good, and then they say, now go and take out his children. That's different.
Seems to have there's more a compass in the right direction, you know?
Or here is where his wife is gonna be, next should be her. That's different. That's where you send boots on the ground. That's when you send the FBI. And no matter how despicable, disgusting, and awful the act of laughing at someone else's death is, or saying that they deserved it because he was a bigot, still protected speech. Ugly speech is protected speech. That speech is absolutely ugly. And that's why I called it out.
You can definitely condemn what they are doing, but taking government action takes it too far.
That's when it comes to freedom of speech. But really the rest of the discussion today is more about fair use, which is another very important aspect when it comes to content creators in this space. It's like the triforce of content creation: freedom of speech, fair use, and...
Fair use though, right? It's so crazy how I'm a little confused about, like, for example, restreaming other streams. I am very conflicted about that because the other day we raided a channel called Raw Phil. And I think the concept is cool, but they literally restream DSP gaming streams from start to finish without any added commentary. And maybe the channel's not monetized. I actually didn't check. But if it's not monetized, then I care a little less. But there are channels who restream a lot of other people's content and make money over it, over what the person is making without adding much to it. And that's where I'm like, there's something wrong there, right?
False copyright claims. This is major. Don't cross these lines. Is all I'm saying. As you know, I have received, and in fact, I want to show some of that. When you put my name on YouTube, you will find all sorts of videos. These are my videos right now, but you'll find all sorts of videos made to criticize me, to attack me. Some are in fact.
Oh gosh, do we check that right now? Do we want to do that? I do it once in a while, but I haven't in a while. Let's check. iVixey. I'm scared. Okay, my channel, my videos. All right, cool. Nobody's criticizing me. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah, locale bus when I was on there. There's another account called iVixey and then it has a number on it. Not me. All right, my videos. Schizo Spud did talk about me. My videos, cool. All right, good stuff. I'm owning the algorithm on my own name. Let's go. Okay, cool. Good to know. Let's keep going. That's because hey, T-Bot, shush.
In fact, hit pieces.
Not right
this
now.
guy, for instance, made a video,
Not
not
the
a hit
time.
piece, but he made a video to disagree, express his disappointment, I guess, with some of my positions, and that's absolutely fine. And if you remember, I had a massive clash with the Afrocentric community. They were making
Phil is an acceptable restreamer in the retractor community because Phil is the fastest and doesn't allow free speech in a chat. We can call it wrong, but it's the only way to watch him. I mean, I agree. It's just so insane how this detractor channel, who doesn't add any commentary to the stream, literally restreams from start to finish all of DSP Gaming streams, has more viewers than the original guy streaming, right? So DSP Gaming has like maybe 80, 100 people watching, and then this distractor channel, with no commentary on top, gets 500. 500 of people just hating in the chat. It's crazy. But I mean, I can see that there is a justification to be made. I'm not sure about monetizing it though. That might be where I stop my, but maybe it's not monetized. I actually didn't check that. But talking about Boss's house, wait, what? Huh?
video after video after video about me, and a lot of those videos contained lies about me.
Lies, you say? Lies! Ooh.
Fair game. Still, I would
Oh yeah, I'm talking about Raw Phil. Yeah. Is that called the boss's house? I don't know.
never dream
I have hung out there. It's much better hanging out there than the DSP Gaming, so I agree 100%.
to try to take their content down, because once again, as long as they don't break terms of service, what you do in those cases is you debunk them or you ignore them. These are the right, correct options when it comes to online criticism. Expecting that people don't make videos about you that can be uncomfortable is, in fact, out of place for an online persona. In fact, as Asmongold puts it, if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen. Some people do choose to ignore criticism and hate content. Some people choose to address it, respond, and debunk. I usually choose the latter. That's my personal choice, because once again, it can be a little stressful, but you can make money off of it. And at the same time, if you have a strong case, in the sense that what people are saying about you are lies, then it's easy to debunk, because people are lying. The truth on your side makes it easier to
I do want to go down the DSP rabbit hole, but I do think I had Balcora on that earlier, so I do want to give her a chance to work on it before I put anyone else on it. But we do plan on going down the DSP rabbit hole. I have an event that I'm starting to plan. I think we might start it in about a week or something, and that's when we'll have like almost daily streams, and DSP rabbit hole will be one of those. It's months long. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to cut it somehow. Or at least start it, right? At least start the journey.
to address those situations. Now, it is a problem, however, if some of the attacks against you or your behavior or what you have said are real. Because if they are real, then you can't really debunk them. All you can do is perhaps provide perspective, counterattack.
Yeah, so basically just be a good guy and people don't have anything bad to say about you unless they're lies, right?
If they insult you, you can insult them back. That's all fair. That's fine. But what about family members? Because one of the things that TheQuartering was mentioning is that he was annoyed, pissed, if we have to believe that, is that he was pissed that, I guess, Kino Casino started talking about his wife. But then again, TheQuartering did bring the wife, or talks about his wife online.
He talks about his wife on his streams, as well as posted recently, within the last month, a picture of both of them on his Twitter for like thousands of people that are following him. So it's kind of hypocritical to then go, oh, please don't comment on my wife. I don't know, you kind of opened that door, buddy.
Onto the public space. So if you want to avoid that, never share a single picture of her. Don't talk about her. Don't tell anyone about her. Then you don't have to get her involved, because otherwise, the moment anyone is brought into the online space, other people can talk about it. And of course, if someone were to insult my wife, or as it happens, for instance, Andrew's wife gets insulted and attacked all the time, but then again, she's an online persona. So it's despicable. I agree with that. When people have to resort to attacking your wife would be despicable. But the problem is that it still doesn't justify the idea of, oh, then I'm going to get their channel taken down. Some of the critiques that he has received were fair. Like, for instance, the situation with his short. Now, I get it. The guy's struggling with views. So am I. So are many other content creators that have been doing this for many, many years. Look at Matthew Santoro's views. Look at, even Linus Tech. Creators are struggling with views, with new algorithmic changes in the back end. We know how this works. So, yeah, the views are a problem. In 18 minutes, 2,000 views. That's bad even for me. 32,000 in a day, 45,000 once again for someone with 2 million subs is, again, these are low numbers even for me. And 28,000 is like 20,000 is like, yeah, that's when a video of mine doesn't do great. So I understand that when you're struggling with views, you want to find solutions for that because it affects your finances. Absolutely. One of the solutions is to post more often. I think he already posts a lot though. 18 minutes, 1 day, 2 days,
yeah,
2
he
days,
does.
2 days. Yeah,
yeah, we should have a scale cam, but you got to trust me.
What up, Vixey? Just ASP on the marathon you're doing?
Well, no. I'm actually going to be talking about lots of different things. It's going to be two-sided, so it's going to be the gaming channel and the commentary channel, this one. So we're going to be talking about all kinds of people, probably. DSP might be just one of them. We also kind of left the Keemstar journey halfway, so we might go back to that one as well. We might be following the quartering stuff happening. We might go back to, like, clavicular stuff, because he's been going through some stuff as well. Yeah, so there might be a lot. And DSP is just one of those. Hey, Valcora, we were just talking about you. Thank you so much for the 10, thank you. Keep in mind, guys, if you donate, 10 would be the minimum, but at that point, it actually reads out loud your message. Obviously, even if you don't donate that amount, I will still read it, so it's all good. What did you do? Well, we were talking about covering DSP during my donathon, and I was thinking about reaching out to you so that we could talk about DSP, because you have like your particular specific interest on DSP and you want to help me out with that. So yeah. You're just gonna have to trust me. Yeah.
Posts a lot already. So what he decided to try and do to compensate for those views.
Yeah, so TheQuartering, because he was struggling with views, decided to make shorts where he starts out in the short saying, look at this, guys, and then literally the whole rest of the video is someone else's short. So like, yeah, it's I would see that as stealing content. Like the juice of that video is not him contributing to it, but it's literally someone else's stuff. So yeah, I can see how people would be a little bit critical about that. The PhD in dentology for knowing everything about Phil. Well, I'm not sure about everything. There's definitely a lot of people in the chat right now that have a lot of knowledge regarding DSP. And I have, like, almost zero. Hey, Nata.
Was to go into short. I hate short.
Yeah, what are the oranges for?
Shorts, just like I hate TikTok, so it's not a thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah, so he would literally start a short saying, what are the oranges for? And then just a full video of someone else regarding oranges. So crazy.
Personally, I'm not interested in it right now. However, it seems like that it's come to surface that a lot of the shorts that he uses are full on stolen. meaning that he will put a little introduction of himself.
Yeah, so like, you know how some people on TikTok react to other creators, but at least like their face is there reacting to it from start to finish. This guy just introduces for 2 seconds the topic or asks a question, and then the rest of the video is someone else's stuff.
When he says, hey, look at...
And then he is profiting on these. Maybe not much, but if it reaches the thousands upon thousands of people, which shorts do have that capability of reaching millions, because they're so short, they're easy to consume, and he's making money off of that.
This dog, and then he plays the short as is. Like, this is... Bro, come on. Either make your own shorts. It's easy to make shorts. I've made shorts in the past. It's very easy. You can film 10 in a row. You can do a session of 2 hours, film 10, you got the next 10 days daily output. Either film your own, or if you want to react, because I understand, maybe you want to react to some, because the guy is anti-woke, so maybe you want to react to some woke stuff on TikTok.
Anti-woke.
By all means. I've seen people trying to shame him. Oh, look, he's a right-wing grifter, anti-woke. It's a content choice. Who cares? There are people that do the anti-right-wing stuff, whatever. I mean, people can find it boring. That's fine, totally fair. But I don't care about pointing the finger and be like, anti-woke, because I myself can't stand woke stuff anyways. But the thing is, though, that then...
I think it's so hard for anyone to say, I hate woke stuff, because there is a source, or there is a root of the woke movement, so to speak, or, you know, that is actually good. There are good things about people who people would call woke. So I'm not so quick to say woke is bad. Of course, there are aspects of the culture, just like feminism, right? We can. A lot of people tell me, "Oh, I hate feminists." No, you don't hate feminists. You hate the extreme aspect of feminism.
You gotta film it yourself. Otherwise, it's a fair point of criticism to call you out for it. So put your camera on the top right, or remove the background, bottom right, on TikTok, I guess. Watch the TikTok, let it play, pause it, provide commentary, then it's a reaction. But
it's just easy to say you're anti-woke. Yeah, which is, I wouldn't go that easy route. I mean, you know, I don't think that's fair to say because it's too generalized.
This idea of you say something at the beginning and then you let the entire video play without crediting, this is like worse than Sniper Wolf, because at least Sniper Wolf, while she's terrible when it comes to that, because again, no credit to the original creators and cropping to remove said credit, unbelievable. But still, at least she's like there. You can see her. You don't even come on. It's it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I've seen a lot of creators talk about it, and one of which is Mutahar from Some Ordinary Gamers. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I think me and Mutahar have different politics, okay? But with that being said, I think he's right, and I can say it, even for someone who is a little different.
Yeah, the extremists of any community always hijack the movement. It's true, but let's be aware of that and not say that everyone's bad, you know?
Me when it comes to political persuasions, right? And I do want to play and react to a section from Mutahar's video because I think it was hitting the nail when it comes to why this is so bad. Let's go. I like that he put all of the copyright stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do it too, Mutahar. I'm going to steal this one from you. Let's go.
Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and today's video is going to be a little bit
Mutahar! Is that with 2 O's? Mutahar.
raunchy, okay? So for anybody with weak constitutions, you might want to sit this one out.
Oh, well, you've been warned, guys. Weak constitution? Get out of here.
Frankly, we are talking about the
You need an extra minute? You're not gonna get it.
famous Walmart crapper known as TheQuartering, the shartening, whoever you want to...
I did hear about the Walmart
The shartening! The shartening!
incident. Goodness gracious, man. Some things are not meant to be shared. I'm just gonna, not everything
agree,
needs to
man.
be shared online. Let's maintain a little bit of shame. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
call them. Now, normally I wouldn't really just recently jump into making these kind of videos. The internet controversy side of things hasn't really been exciting me as much. And the thing is normally I'm more interested in hacks and crazy other stuff like that. But I'm a YouTuber, and one of the
Right.
most important things about being a YouTuber is making sure that this platform isn't necessarily abused. For
I agree with that. 100%. 100%.
years, ever since I started this channel, I've talked about scammers, I've talked about people that have filed false DMCA strikes, individuals like Quantum TV that made a complete ass of themselves.
Ah, yeah, Quantum was a clown.
And one ass that I cannot stop seeing on the internet is a guy called TheQuartering.
An ass that I can't stop seeing on the internet.
Right.
Now, you may remember TheQuartering probably from like years ago. He made a whole bunch of like content centered around anti-SJW shit and whatnot. But the reality of it is that it turns out that TheQuartering might have actually used back-channel connections to remove internet videos that were critical of him and
Yeah, no, I mean, if this is true, because we have to say alleged until there is proof, but it does
Yeah.
look extremely, extremely suspicious that he literally threatened to do so.
Literally.
At
Literally.
this point, if you threaten to
Which reminds me, has Amber been live at all on TikTok? I have to check. I haven't seen it all over my feed, which makes me feel like maybe she hasn't.
do so, you still broke the rules of online engagement as far as content creation is concerned, because you shouldn't try to threaten people into silence anyways. So even if it was a vague threat and then it happened coincidentally, which I personally don't believe, can't prove it, so all alleged, it's still bad. It's still crossing the line. But honestly, how much of a coincidence can it really be?
his stupid little life. So I want to start off by kind of going over these actual allegations and why I think it doesn't really paint him in that great of a light, okay? I think as YouTubers, no matter who you are, you shouldn't be okay with people who are abusing systems like this.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I say, like, I don't care personally that Mutahar and I
Yo, because you're not a YouTuber, you don't have to say allegedly. So true!
may have differences of opinion when it comes to the political space, social issues and stuff like that. And I also think there will be things that we may agree on. But I don't care, because what he's stating now is correct. The idea that people can't bring up your name or the name of people that may be your friends or family. Again, people insulted my dead mother. I'm not going to copyright strike them. I think they are disgusting human beings for doing that.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's it. Once again, ugly speech is protected, so I don't want the law to get involved with the people that said my mother deserved the cancer. And if that's what they want to do, hey, the poison is going to eat them from the inside.
Yeah.
That's the reality. And that's enough. Me, I'm happy. I'm living my best life, no matter what people say. But yeah, no, I get a lot of criticism, and I think it's fine. Make a video about it. You'll never get a copyright strike from me, copyright claim. Use pieces of my content. If you twist my words, I'll call you out back. And that's that.
So anyways, how did this all kind of start? Well, there's a channel on the internet known as the Kino Casino. Now, if you go to the Kino Casino,
here are the boys.
Casino's YouTube channel, it is actually 100% completely violated off of YouTube's platform. In fact, if you look for it,
I didn't know they were that bad. Everything that I've seen from them so far is just them being funny, but apparently they're toxic. I have to watch a show of theirs once. Maybe about TheQuartering.
it's gone.
That's crazy.
The Kino Casino is this like internet live stream where two hosts, Andy Worski, who you probably remember from Super back in the day,
I don't.
is the internet's like favorite cokehead. You know, he actually got his life together, cleaned up a little bit, and started hosting.
A little bit. You see that? He didn't clean up. Period. He cleaned up a little bit.
This really popular stream. His co-host, PPP, who you may actually remember all the way from back in the day as somebody who gave like internet sermons. These are two people that are actual trolls, okay? They go, whoa!
Yo, maybe we should go through the rabbit hole of like their past content until what they do today. That would be interesting, because I don't know these two characters.
Nobody! He's fat! He's weird on the internet.
I don't know anything about Kino Casino, but it's beyond the point. I don't care. I don't care. They could be the best channel on the planet and the most wonderful people on the planet, or they could be the worst channel on the planet with disgusting people. Still, fair use applies. That's the point. Let's move forward.
So anyways, it seems like TheQuartering was getting real tired of that shit, ladies and gentlemen. And he made some statements that don't really bode well for his case. So, Your Honor, please bring up Exhibit A.
All right, let's have a
Did the quartering use his mafia connections to remove channels?
Mafia
For instance, in
connections.
this DM between, from what I understand,
Yo, there's a new term now. They're YouTube Mafia. Oh no.
and
He went to the YouTube Mafia, and the Mafia took care of them.
Quartering and Joshua Moon, the guy that runs the internet infamous site known as the Kiwi Farms. We'll get to that in a bit. So in
Sorry
this
about that.
case, Joshua Moon says, yeah, I know nobody likes a Randall, though I still don't think they cross any red lines in modern era Kick or even YouTube. And to be fair, if you don't know the Kino Casino, if you're the kind of person that
I don't think they're toxic, but definitely against transgender people and LGBT stuff. Never sure if it's too broad or an action belief, to be honest. So I would have to investigate, because if they are legit using speech against transgender people and LGBT, then I would not agree with that whatsoever. If they're making jokes and using slurs, but not necessarily putting anyone down and just like genuinely trolling, then that's something else, you know? I see a major difference between those two. Because, listen, I say this all the time, in order to make it on the internet nowadays, you have to lean into some controversy. I'm still trying to figure out what my controversial path is going to be. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I kind of get that. I kind of get doing that. But influencing other people against particular groups, that's where I would be like, nah, that's not respectable, you know?
ironically uses like trigger warnings. This is not me being rude to you. Like if you actually go and
Yeah, there's definitely an insane amount of people who are way too sensitive, take everything way too far, can't just laugh and take it easy. And that's definitely a big issue for content creators. They just can't speak their mind or say any sort of joke or anything, and that's definitely rough.
mute words because you find that shit too triggering. Their show is kind of reflective of like early 4chan, like the old internet, where anything used to go. Okay, you could say whatever the fuck you want, but from my at least understanding, I didn't watch every single video on YouTube. They did a pretty good job of staying within, but still skirting the YouTube's terms of service. So ultimately, the quartering over here is like, yeah, it's never been an issue until people started spamming my wife. I literally don't care that they make fun of me. Like, her family has seen this shit.
Right, if someone is contacting, well, first of all, spamming her where? Because, of course, if they got her phone number, that's weird.
Yeah.
How did they get it? And then block them. But once again, if they're spamming her on X, on her account, block them.
Nowadays, it's so after some of the stuff that I went through last year, it's so hard for me to believe people who say, my family's being spammed and called every single day by strangers. And if you yourself were to look up this person's address or phone number or whatever, it's not easy information to reach. I really start thinking this is all just BS and you're trying to make yourself a bigger victim than you actually are. They're not receiving any calls. You're not getting any people knocking on your door. Like, people purposely exaggerate these things so that people notice, and that is, yeah, I don't like that. It's hard for me to believe people who say this without actual proof, you know?
Block them. It's really that simple. Block them.
We'll talk about this shit in a bit. Unofficial truths. They delete the videos attacking our marriage. I
mean, you see how people are so quick to say, I got doxxed! I got doxxed! Like, come on now. No, you didn't.
Never mention them again. The more they do it, the more I want to flex my connections to bury them.
And that's another thing. It seems like you have talked and discussed about your marriage and Quarter and Jeremy. So if you bring it into the public space...
Yeah, I might just do that in TB, because this whole quartering thing has made me, you know, at least open my eyes to it. And I'm definitely curious. I got doxxed! Yeah.
Then it's fair for people to talk about it. Because what they're going to do is that they're going to take those clips and then they're going to react to it. So if you never want anyone to talk about your marriage, here's advice for people: don't talk about it online. Keep it private. Because once it's on the internet...
I'm crumbling to dust in real time, right? It goes fast.
We are.
This is a one-time offer. They can meme on any my connections to bury them.
Let's see.
This is a one-time offer. They can meme on anyone else they want. I don't care if they meme on my friend, we'll get to all this in a bit, who apparently has a questionable past.
Right.
This is an exploding offer. If they want to go to war, I will win. So ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, what comes down over here is basically he said that he's got connections to bury these people, okay? Whether it be legally, whether it be shutting down their fucking channel. So
Yeah, I wonder what kind of connections these are, because of course I have a YouTube rep. You get one usually when you pass 100,000 subs, and I guess not everyone does, but sure, yeah, I have a YouTube rep.
of course, more information started kind of coming out over here, and it wasn't necessarily great. In a fit of drunken stupor, Jeremy goes, "First will be your YouTube," which is in violation of ban evasion. And that's not necessarily true, because Andy's channel, which was banned at one point, actually did come back through YouTube's, like, the actual appeals process. But that actually got taken down alongside the Kino Casino channel. So pay attention to these dates. 5th of April. I literally begged you two to be reasonable. What a bitch.
And he even says, and next will be your kick. That's so strange.
I tried everything. You chose this. All I'd wanted was to let you guys dunk on me.
Yeah, I mean,
TheQuartering said on his own stream, "My wife's vagina has a bad smell to it." That is so crazy to me, man, that he would do that and then still ask people not to talk about his wife. How? How are you lacking such self-awareness? It's so crazy.
I think it's quite clear that Jeremy, he's painting it as his white knighting the defense of his wife. But then again, I think he also hated the fact that these guys were continuously making videos about him.
Yeah.
Personally.
Well, it turns out the dunkening wasn't in fact happening. That dunkening stopped when actually the Kino Casino channel, a few days later, was completely removed around April the 10th. So not exactly a great situation.
Yeah.
And of course, there was more evidence as well in this situation. Now, another message between the Quartering and the Josh Moon fella. Obviously, Quartering goes, "Josh, can we agree? I can take their kick in YouTube, right? If they actually wanted to, they would be deplatformed outside of DLive in a week."
How did they get these messages, by the way, between
Yeah.
the Kiwi Farm guy and him? How did these messages even surface?
I don't want that. I just want them to leave my family alone. I don't care how many Jeremy's a cuck videos they put out. Like, I have a non-budget YouTube.
The attack on the family is indeed in poor taste, although I would have to see, once again, if this is a true attack, or if it's just them playing your clips of shit that you said while you were drunk,
And
which
reacting
was
to
stupid
it.
and you shouldn't have said.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, open relationship stuff, which, once again, Christian man and open relationship don't go together, all right? Let me just say this. Christian man and open relationship, no. Sanctity of marriage.
I don't know, man. I guess there's probably some kind of interpretation where you can get to the, open relationship stuff. I don't know. Hey, Toady.
No. So that already is a no. And if you
I'm not a Christian, but,
said stuff, and then people replay your own drunken statements, and then they laugh about it, make videos, and call it out, that's fair.
I have a non-budget YouTube rep. You know that, right? One
What's a non-petite?
phone call gone. I have endured a lot
The accent.
with literally the
Non-petite? Is that what I think it means?
tiniest request. So, again, it's a pretty,
There you go, it's Muda how we're talking about.
no.
Of course, the mic is going to get the focus.
obviously there's no hard and fast evidence, and people like Jeremy have been putting night and day into showing their channel's reporting history,
Right.
which have been debunked because people have looked at Jeremy's autocorrect on his YouTube
It's a slur. That is that's so crazy.
search and have seen, in fact, that he does
It's a slur. Oh, man.
file f***ing reports on his
I don't even know how you do it. This is so much of a, I guess, I'm very simple when it comes to content creation. I make the video, I click publish. Then I watch someone else's videos. That's it. I don't even know how you do all of this stuff.
This channel. Now, these could be completely unrelated, but again, this is a charitability that Jeremy would never extend to anybody that he has a disagreement with. And given all of the context we've seen so far, it's hard for me to believe that he's not out there flagging other channels. But this singular flag wouldn't do anything.
Right.
It's that.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy's a salty guy, so it feels like them talking about his wife is not the real issue here. And ready to cancel you? No! I was just reading, I swear, and completely oblivious to that slur.
Back end, according to him,
What's up, Vesco?
Pajit connection. By the way, I hope YouTube doesn't flag me because I am actually Indian. I think I should be allowed to say the P word, right? Like, that's how it works. Now, the reality of it is that, look, listen, with all of his statements leading up to this, it is very reasonable for somebody to...
Can I say guinea pig? Guinea pig? I can't even pronounce it.
...to assume almost...
Okay, so I'm only allowed to say the slur word for white people and Dutch people, maybe? What even is the slur for Dutch people? I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna start saying it a lot.
100% that the person behind channel removing was actually Jeremy. And a lot of this happened because Jeremy just couldn't handle the heat. And the reason I'm also talking about this too is because when you're a channel that has basically made a shit ton of content crapping on other individuals, I mean, half this guy's is like internet like history is him shitting on people like Brie Larson. Yeah.
I don't know if it's hard.
Hello, Azakel.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. I don't really make, to be specific, I don't make hit pieces per se, but I do make debunking, and I attack people's arguments, but then when people attack me, I strike back.
The nurse was there. Oh no, I was saying slurs on stream. Oh no, Valcora. Oh no.
And I attack them. So again, I've made videos to say this guy is full of shit, he doesn't know what he's talking about. So then if someone else wants to do that with me, it's fair game. It's fine. Go ahead and do it. Of course. I'm not special. There's no reason why I shouldn't be criticized for my opinions and ideas. And in fact, I'm going to be honest, 80% of the criticism directed to me is nonsense. They twist my words. I never said what they...
Of course. Everything's nonsense. I'm just a good guy.
Say I said. They are misrepresenting my points. They're twisting everything I'm saying. And they are making statements and giving accusations that are false. But
I've heard that before.
There is a 20% that I think I have learned from and I can learn from.
Oh, okay. He gives it 20%. He gives it a 20% margin of like, yeah, I guess I make mistakes too.
Like someone who perhaps they didn't do it in the nicest way, but their points makes me think. I'm like, you know what? Maybe he, she, they, them, depending, do have a point. When they say this about me, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think that my words could have been understood this way, even though I didn't mean it that. I didn't mean that. That sort of situation. So criticism can be constructive, even when people don't mean it to be, and they're just poisoning because they hate you, or because they hate your politics, or they hate your religion, or lack thereof. Sometimes people are just unfair because they're just annoyed that you don't belong to their cult. This happens a lot with the radical left and me. But that's just because someone is radical left, if the point they're making is like, oh, damn, they're right about that. I shouldn't have said that. I can still learn from it and recognize it. So obviously, regardless of which type it is, I wouldn't go around and try to block people from speaking. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, we cults. We know one of those. Yeah.
It's like a who do you think you are type of situation. I'm just a guy. People, of course, people could criticize about me and criticize me, and thereby TheQuartering, people can talk about you and criticize you.
And the reality of it is he's made so much content on her, and she hasn't done a single thing. She's also a YouTuber. She hasn't reached out to her management corporation.
Right.
She hasn't reached out to...
Oh, this is so true. Imagine if Brie Larson started to be like, I don't know, all these videos about me, they're all slander. Imagine she started doing something about that.
Anybody that would obviously also have a connected YouTube and shut this down. So
I think the way he would counter this statement, which is fair, I mean, Mutahar is right, but I think the way he would counter it is by reciting again that line where he says, oh, I don't care what people say about me, but once they talk about my wife. And even in that situation, what if she was someone's wife? I don't know who she is, by the way, but what if she's someone's wife? Her husband could be like, oh, you're not allowed to talk about my wife that way. I think he's gonna use that, but I believe it's an excuse because, as far as I could see, he wasn't very respectful to her either, and that's the little bit that I looked into.
He's been crapping on her for years. But the moment two Canadians start crapping on him for shit that he's publicly said and posted online,
That's the
he's
thing.
going to immediately jump to the point where he wants to completely shut down their channels. As he's
It's a reality. You're not special. People talk about everyone, everywhere.
stated in those posts, like it's rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah, it's
That's
hypocrisy.
how insane and brain dead his fucking channel is. Okay, I've actually never met a Quartering fan. Like, I feel like if I ever met one, the first thing I'd be like, what are you fucking special? Like,
I mean, let's be honest though, he has fans. He's made a lot of money through the years, and his e-bagging does work. That's why he does it over and over again. So, like, he definitely has fans. They may not be as vocal.
Man, I wish they didn't spam the F word because I know the people like
He's not exactly like a DSP character. Maybe more now than he ever was before. He's getting a lot of hate.
critical
It's not popular. It's not cool right now to be a Quartering fan, but he definitely has them.
Hassan Biker. They spam the F word because they don't care it reduces their CPM because they already have the money. But regular YouTubers have to, regular mid-tier YouTubers like me, we have to remove the F word all the time in editing. It makes my life harder. Goodness gracious. Anyway.
Well, no, but I mean, I'm not a fan. If I were a fan, maybe I would want to stick up for someone that I admire.
Yeah, I did see a couple of Quartering fans in my
An online spreadsheet to catch him out on his money lies. I love it.
X post defending him. We'll review it in a second.
Why? You know what I mean? Like, that's the reality of the people watching. He makes fucking boomer slop for individuals. Jeremy does this thing where he shows off his, like, other various channels, but the guy has, like, 15 channels on YouTube. He's got, like, Unsleeved Media, The Quartering, Jeremy Hambley. We have no idea what he's actually done behind the scenes. He's not really provided any form of concrete refutation in his defense. So what kind of stuff did Jeremy not want the average person to find out on the internet?
Right.
Well, let's dig a little bit deeper there, shall we? So on this website called The Kiwi Farms, which basically is this gossip forum for the...
Yeah, I don't really want to look at the Kiwi Farms for now, but I think...
Screenshots over here, which I cannot show you because they come from an NSFW subreddit called Wisconsin Bulls. Now, no, this is not anything to do with a sports team. A bull in the...
Okay, anyways, he goes a lot more into the details of this and the stuff that Jeremy did say online, which then became...
He's also a beggar and a pervert that likes cars, but Matt got offline. Yeah, I don't see Jeremy doing that anytime soon.
Part of the critiques that have been used against him, and I think at the end of the day, as I say, I can't stand when people use the word bigotry, and Motorhard does use it a few times. It annoys me. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm sure that Motorhard doesn't like it when people say woke this and woke that. So at the end of the day, hey, to each his own. But I can agree with Motorhard anyways, regardless, and say that I do understand the positions, the point that he's making, and I do appreciate that he put up a video that kind of shows all of these different, systematically, all of these different scenarios in which clearly Jeremy from The Quartering was out of line and the things that he said, and then people called him out, and that clearly annoyed him. So as I say, I made a post about it on X, which is this one, and I said, this whole situation with The Quartering is insane. I get it that it isn't nice when people make hit pieces about you. I know that firsthand, but bro, this is just awful. You make hit pieces, I make hit pieces, and I would like to underline, because some people made me notice, when I say I make hit pieces, generally I mean as a response, because I usually attack the argument, I don't attack the person. It's just a thing that I still do. But I have made videos dedicated to like...
Alright, we get your point.
I've
This
said
video was from 6 days ago, so a bit more recent. Let's see what it is.
all along when it comes to this.
This guy is called Side Scrollers. You guys probably know him. Let me make sure that I'm subscribing to all these people.
People have been talking about bulls and stuff like that, right? Like, look, that's all there. For me, the biggest thing with this, the two big cardinal sins for this, obviously, was the flagging of the channel, which I've continuously said, allegedly, because we just don't know, right? But tonight, we have more or less
Okay.
confirmation. Not
Okay.
100%, but I would say
It's never going to be 100% though. Unless someone leaks something, it's never going to be 100%. We can say alleged until we die, but like
98 point.
you still run the gaming site. Okay. Screw attack. Okay, I don't know.
9%. I mean, this is pretty right on the nose. And now I'm going to be going. I know the Kino boys, they're going to be going in about an hour from now. And I was talking to Worski a little bit ago. I was telling him that I'm going to go and talk about this. And we have I sent him a DM, and I'm going to share with you some of what we talked about, because I don't know if he shared this stuff publicly.
Oh, Jared? No, dude. I'm so uncultured. It's insane.
I asked him if it was okay, and he said it was, which was, obviously I always want to get clarification on that, because before I talk about something, I like to have a decent idea about what I'm talking about most of the time. But glad you're with us today. This is my Chappie says, this is your big news. He flagged channel. Listen, just hang with me. This is what, by the way, how I'm just live for the first time. I'm not like, this is big news. This is big news. This is very big news that we have more or less confirmation. So let's go to X and talk about this here. Worski came in from Kino Casino, says, we went through some
He also tried interviewing DSP. This is some real multiverse stuff. No, everything's connected.
legal channels and got Quartering's YouTube rep to get felted. It got her removed from both cases. Okay, so we know it's a female, first and foremost. They were forced to close both case files, which, although we lose the channels, we are now able to reapply for new channels, which is in process. Okay, so we know that this is where things get interesting. Okay, this is where I want to share this information with you. And like I said, I asked Worski if I could share this because I like to have a good idea. And I'm sure they're going to go into more information about all this stuff. But the way they did this was both lucky.
A woman! I knew it! It had to be.
And genius. So without actually sharing my screen, let me just say this. He said, I asked him if they knew who the rep was, and they said that YouTube did not tell them who the rep was. Okay. He said, but we filed with a lawyer for just the clip account. And both cases got shut down. But outside of that, they wouldn't tell any more details. But here's the thing. This is the crazy thing about this.
Wait, Bob, can I ask you a question? Sure. Did he make you come?
No.
I didn't think so.
I didn't think so. Hey, Taurus. Hey, Alex. Thank you so much for the 3 months. I appreciate you.
I hope they talk about this more because this is so lucky and so fascinating. He says, we went through the EU legal system, which requires YouTube to close the appeal, or they get fined 6% of their profits. And the reason this works out is because their editor is from over there. And that's like the one place you can do that. I don't know if they said publicly where their editor's from. I don't want to put that out there, right? But yes.
Yo, so the fact that I'm in the EU protects me more? That's nice to know. I dare you. No, I'm not daring anybody.
They were
Don't attack me.
incredibly lucky with this here. So they're going to hold off, and let's go back to this. But that is incredibly lucky for them, and that is sometimes. Well, if we can bring back to the casino thing, they say that the house always wins. That's kind of their phrase, which is funny. But man, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right? And I see folks in the chat talking about Melanie, and like I think that just personally, I know a lot of you guys have been introduced through side scrollers through this, and you guys saw my live stream where I kind of talked about some of you saw the live stream where I talked about the DMs between myself and Jer and Big Jer over there, and then I also shared the DMs that Mel had shared with Jeremy, so I shared those as well. What I told her. And I think the biggest thing for me, and I actually said this in a video earlier today when I was talking about this, was to me, this is right up. I mean, this is something staring you right in the face and you choosing not to look at it. It's right there, but you just refuse to look at the evidence right in front of you. And I think that's the thing that's like most disheartening for me when it comes to this, when it comes to Mel and really anybody who's out there defending all this stuff. This more or less tells you everything you need to know. Now, let's continue looking at this tweet here. She said, Worski said, but some additional information. If a manager isn't closing your case, that's so you cannot reapply for a new channel. But if you go through legal channels, what happens is the manager loses the case and it's set up to a higher team. Now that it is closed, we can reapply using the new policies, but we will need to wait a certain amount of time, which sucks. But if we're in limbo, we would never be able to get a new channel, which is great, obviously. So now they can actually do this and get a channel back. They'll have a clip.
So as you can see, like there were serious consequences to these conflicts between Kino Casino and TheQuartering. If TheQuartering actually got, if he was actually involved in getting this channel down, look at how far they have to go to even make a new channel. Not even to recover the past one, to make a new one.
Channel, and we will actually have a resolution for the first time. So this is this is honestly great.
The lengths that they have to go through to get back on track because of some petty reporting.
Great. So they're not going to get the old channels back. And we're going to go through some of the back and forth here. There are a lot of questions. Savvy came in and says, do you mean to imply you have proof a rep tied to him actually was harming you? Or is this just what you think was happening? The rep should be outed and, quite frankly, terminated. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Yep.
With this statement.
Because if not, this stuff is just going to keep happening. And people who have some supposed power on YouTube can false report and people feel the real consequences for it.
If they can link to a specific person here that did this, whether it's publicly or not, internally, this person should be pointed at and said, you abuse the system, you abuse the relationship, and you cannot be trusted in that relationship. You cannot be trusted within this company. They absolutely should be fired. 100%.
Honestly, this happens so much. I would like to believe that YouTube is actually looking into these cases.
But with everything, how on earth can YouTube allow the channels to remain gone? Worski said, well, the proof is a single legal action got both cases closed. Plus him threatening us, both channel seasons. I don't think we need live 4K footage of him in the phone at this point. Right. This is what's the legal phrase that they say? It's like, it's not insurmountable evidence, but that's more or less what we're looking at here, right? This is like OJ with the glove, with the glove, the DNA and everything, and the judges and the jury just refusing to admit that this guy killed his wife. This is crazy. Let's continue here real fast because there's a lot. Nobody came and says, so if it is proven that Jeremy's rep did this, does that mean there's proof that Jeremy ordered it? And if so, will he face repercussions? Says, I have no clue if they will get fired or whatever, but with on legal action on the clip channel, released both channels from purgatory at the same time. This is because the appeal goes to a new team once legal action is taken. So connecting the dots on this, you have one action that led to two, or one call or one email, whatever it may be, that led to two channels more or less being put in this purgatory state that had to be reviewed. So, and the fact that they had to go the legal route to get this is insane. Nina says, that sucks about the channel, but I'm glad glad it's finally resolved. At least you can apply for a new one. If you had revenue loss, can you maybe sue for that? Well, the guy who owned the channel, right? And it's my understanding that the guy...
I mean, even if there wasn't direct revenue loss, like for example, maybe you're waiting for a payout, even if there wasn't direct revenue loss, which likely there was, Because usually what happens in these situations, if you get demonetized or even a purgatory state, I kind of feel like maybe you're not going to get your next payout, right? But even if that was not the case, this channel, this account had, I don't know, thousands upon thousands, hundreds of thousands probably of subscribers, which you have to start over. Even if you're basing it off Kino Casino, which is a fairly popular channel, you can definitely build up a new account with the same quality of video. I feel like there's definitely revenue loss because you have to start an account from scratch. Ugh, it sucks, dude. That's because the cops were corrupt and lied under oath. Oh, and the glove didn't fit OJ.
Guy who's running the channel was her editor, and he was the one who made all the money off the Eclipse channel. I think that's awesome. That's great. He says,
I also really like that they did it like that. Like Kino Casino, the channel on Kick, they allowed this guy to make a channel, or the official clip channel for Kino Casino. So basically repping them on YouTube and connecting the YouTube universe, basically the platform, to Kick and to their actual content. And they allowed this guy to keep all of the revenue from that channel. So nothing from the Clips channel actually goes to Kino Casino, from what they're saying. So I think that is really cool. Like, can you imagine? You're an editor, right? You don't make content, but you edit content really well. You can start a channel, you can make an agreement to be the official Clips channel for a bigger creator. And you can make money off of someone else's creativity and someone else's content. And Kino Casino wins from this as well because they're getting free promotion. So it's honestly really cool.
the cost to sue is going to be crazy compared to what we would actually win.
Yeah, they had to edit it to keep TOS. But also, doesn't Kino Casino, is it just because of TOS, or does Kino Casino have an exclusive contract for streams on Kick? Because that could be the case too, right? Because I know that some creators have exclusivity contracts with platforms.
Plus the stress. We're just going through all the available channels to get new channels. Honestly, it's bittersweet, but I'm glad we have a resolution here. And I think he's 100% right. You get lawyers involved, especially when it comes to YouTube. The cost outweighs the benefit at that point. Let's just say,
Yo, can you imagine? There are probably lawyers out there that are like specialized in YouTube and online content creation, and they know exactly what to do to get the results. Nowadays, there are people specialized in YouTube legalities and online platform legalities.
Hypothetically, they're saying that their editor was making $10,000 a month, right? It's going to cost $10,000 just to get just a file. Lawyers are ridiculous and stupid. So this is I think they just need to.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to think
casino
about.
Analogy, just count their chips and get out the door, right? So that's what's happening right here. We have this person, ADG, came in and says, so they concluded you violated terms of service, but will let you reapply for a new channel? I mean, otherwise they would just reinstate the channel. Something is fishy. Worski says, to be fair, everyone is able to reapply. However, you cannot be in an appeal process right here. So, yeah, man, this is fascinating. And the fact that we have reached this point, and all signs point to good old Big Jer.
They really do, don't they?
Everything is saying, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is the rep. This is
and looking at Jeremy's journey on YouTube, it does feel like he's the kind of guy to do that, right? So it's really easy for us to go, yeah, it was Jeremy. Because he's just that kind of guy. The fact that he did that stream where he was like, oh, you guys, like, basically influencing his whole entire audience to go and hate on somebody or influence the voting system on Twitter, like, just like kind of guy who would do that.
What happened?
Who would be that petty? Who would be that salty, because he has been.
Both these channels happen at the same time. As I said, it's not 100%, but man, is it close. I mean, if it's not, I don't know how anybody. All
right, guess what, guys? We're going into Brittany Venti. And I have been wanting to see what she has to say, not just because of the topic that we're discussing, which is the quartering, but also because I had no idea she was back. Like the old Brittany Venti, you know? And now she's back and all serious with glasses and doing commentary. Let's see.
As we last saw her was a walking pride flag, and as we saw, she denied the reality of Jeremy deplatforming the Kino Casino, which was further
People accuse him of false flagging that he didn't even do. Now it's turned into a giant grift. How are you so certain, dude? I know that you work with this guy, but how can you go in public and say that this guy definitely didn't do that? Were you there? Are you there? Do you have like a camera on his screen? Like, how do you know that he clearly definitely didn't do that? To go as far as to put out there your name, your reputation on the line, saying that this guy definitely didn't do it. Like, how? You don't know. You don't know people 100%.
Approved recently by Andy Worski, saying that they had to take legal action through a loophole of their editor being in a different country, which got the YouTube representative that Jeremy...
A chunk of anti-woke space turned woke with cancel campaigns and drama farming. It's all a grift while news is slow, dude.
most likely was referring to when he said, I'm going to call my YouTube rep to get them taken down. My non-Indian YouTube rep.
Because Quartering goes to fake church now, and I asked him, he has no reason to lie. Right? Like, wasn't that... Who said that? Was it Melanie that said that he had, like, a newfound faith? What? Oh, her reputation isn't worth much? I mean, I don't know her well enough to know, but I believe you. She's paid to cover for him? Well, I mean... in that case, go ahead, girl. I mean, do your job, I guess.
And she got thrown off both cases, so that very strongly implies that his YouTube rep got felted, and it also implies that he...
What is getting felted? What does that mean? Let me go Google this real quick. Felted. No, that's not it. Derived from poker slang. Okay, it means one is completely down on his luck. No money, no love life, nothing. Bottom of the barrel. Okay, good to know. Got it. Yeah, I definitely don't know gambling terms.
He did, in fact, contact his YouTube rep about the Kino Casino. Oh my goodness, I'm messing up today. So, basically...
You're left staring at the field. Okay. Yeah, okay, I see what... Okay, I get it now.
We have even more proof that Jeremy personally went out of his way to deplatform the Kino Casino because the representative that was on both cases was taken off and the case was closed, resulting in the Kino Casino losing their channels. So they're meaning Andy Worski lost his channel and the Clips editor lost his channel. So now they have to reapply for a new channel. And they couldn't do that while they were in the appeals process. So unfortunately, F in chat for Kino Casino Clips, but they can now create a new one. And hopefully it blows up even bigger than before. So she's just denying reality of the reality of Jeremy and his part in deplatforming Kino Casino and rallying his viewers, his few subscribers left over of his 2 million subscribers to deplatform the Kino Casino. And she's still in denial about this. And in addition to that, after this, she is now on...
What is with this background noise, dude? Like, one of the other streams that we were watching, it felt like someone was banging against the table the whole time. Like, what is with that? These are professional streamers that get thousands upon thousands of views. Like, why are we hearing some kind of... Is that supposed to be relaxing? Are we listening to water in the background?
An unexpected...
Is that the point of that?
...show she was on...
It's just distracting to me.
...on a Michael Knowles show recently. I have not watched the episode. So...
It just feels like distorted, you know?
You guys are gonna have to fill me in on that if there's any good clips. I did not have time.
Okay, lore. Mel used to be extreme liberal grifter. Now she's a extreme right grifter. Okay. But she's not very talented. She's eye candy for Jeremy. He overpays her for a chance to sleep with her. Oh, that is crazy. I mean, we did see the interaction on one of like like a convention panel where he was like being really creepy and Melanie was like, help!
But I'm sure Michael Knowles will be informed about what the oranges are for shortly. And they are for ruining careers.
What are the oranges for is funny.
And speaking of which, by the way, guys, we have, yeah, he certainly does not look
You talk
healthy.
too slow.
But just a quick reminder, by the way, in case anybody needs a new screenshot of him saying he's going to take everything away from Kino Casino.
Yep, this was the one. First will be your YouTube, which is in violation of ban evasion, easy takedown, and next will be your cake. Ah, this is so not smart. He could have chosen to not say anything, and people wouldn't tie it to you this easily, dude. It feels so dumb. And we already talked about this. He's been years on the platform. He knows he should know better what he's doing. It's like he wants credit for it. It's like he wants all the hate for it. What are you doing putting it out there like that? Okay, so ban evasion, usually when it's mentioned, it's when, for example, Kino Casino is not allowed to make content on YouTube, right? So if they were to make an account on YouTube, they should not be allowed to monetize their content. So a ban evasion would be, for example, when Amberlynn Reed, she got her channel demonetized and she went to the LCU to make money there instead. You're not allowed to go on another channel on YouTube and make money. That is called ban evasion. Does that make sense? Yeah, just ask Keemstar. He knows.
Many public things of Jeremy trying to deplatform them, going after them, saying he would get them for ban evasion. But Melanie Mack chooses to not believe this. Oh, this got community noted. That's funny. My husband told me to use social media a lot less, like a good wife.
Years on the platform means he's only perfected being an idiot. It's crazy.
Okay, this is getting performative. I know it's like getting, but like a good wifey and telling everyone. This is getting weird. We didn't.
My husband told me to use social media a lot less and be a good wifey. I listened, so worth. More time for going outside and offline gaming. More clingy with him now, which says a lot. I mean, she is. Sure, it's a little performative, but she's just she's got her own brand besides being Jeremy's sidekick, right?
You need to know that. You didn't need to say that. I listen, so worth. More time for going outside and offline gaming. I'm more clingy with him now, which says a lot. I was already clingy, but he doesn't seem to mind. Oversharing much?
Yeah, well.
What is this?
Some people do like oversharing online.
Why are we in your bedroom?
Just don't be hypocritical and later say like, don't talk about my husband and our relationship because you literally expose it to the internet. Don't be Jeremy.
Listen, I'm all for the affectionate post, but given the context of what we know and just reading this, it's so strange.
Yeah.
I'm such a good wifey and my husband, and I got offline for him, and I'm cuddling him so.
Yeah, we're in love, guys. I have nothing with Jeremy. We're in love. You're gonna wifey and play? Wait, are we talking about me? Because I'm the gremlin waifu? Should I say gremlin wifey?
Like, it kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? If you're like, oh, I'm so offline. I'm lay offline right now. And then you're tweeting. Talking about how offline you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you're a good wifey and more clean.
I'm offline, I swear. While she posts online.
Because you're not on Twitter. I don't get it. Hold on, is it a context note or a community note? I actually don't know if they make a difference, but basically on Twitter, if you get community note, it takes away your revenue from that post. It says a user in question has been an online tirade ever since her boss, Jeremy Hambley, became the focus of massive controversy, including false flagging and taking down critics. The claim that she has spent more time off social media is simply untrue. So basically, she's pulling the Jeremy. Guys, I'm so offline right now.
I'm so burnt out. I'm so stressed and anxious. Then makes 10 videos a day.
I'm touching concrete. That was me last night. I was touching concrete. Guys, I was so offline last night. Did you see? Did you see how offline I was? Let me show you how offline I was.
No, this is not about you.
You guys were...
Nope.
Jojoba, grab yourselves some creamsicle orange tallow soap. And we also made a matching...
Wait, really? This is your merch? Yo, she went ahead and monetized the what are the oranges for?
Candle. the colors, and we anything from the shop really. Show.
That is
so you guys remember
crazy.
last stream, physiognomy, extended gum line. So this is yet another case of physiognomy
The one with the free trial that now includes the award-winning Shadowbringers expansion.
playing out in real life and people noticing it. So this is Maggie, who he took a photo with and posted on Twitter, and she has large teeth and exposed gums. Now, teeth size means something else in physiognomy, but really pay attention to the gums. The exposed gums is the desperation for validation, and the Chrissy Mare obviously has a lot of gum exposure, so it is interesting. Coincidence? Let the jury decide. So
I have 0 gum exposure. Look. Am I pretty? I have 0 gum exposure. Ah. I have no gums! I don't have any!
in other news, the only time he's actually entertaining is usually
Sorry.
unintentionally.
What the frick was that?
For
Hello?
example,
So sorry.
Oh, okay.
Me so sorry.
I like how he's
What is that, dude? Is he drunk again?
wearing yellow while doing this. But
Don't have any exemptions, just a cartoon. Belcora! Come on now! Now you're calling me a cartoon? Out of all people.
Fortunately, we got an unflattering shot of Jeremy's hoodie. The same one here he's using to protect Chrissy Mare from the oranges. If you're eating food, I recommend you stop doing that right now. Now Chrissy Mare is not the only one jiggling for super chats, I guess.
Oh no, Brittany! I thought we were watching South Park.
That's crazy. I know. Why would you set up your camera to look like that? For what reason? Do an AFK screen. This is what I don't get. Why do streamers after like a decade of streaming not know what a BRB screen is? Because you can leave the camera on if you think it's going to affect your viewership, but like understand that if you have a mishap, it's on you. Check it out.
Good morning, everybody. Thursday. Did you have a couple of nose beers? No, my body's rejecting being up this early. At 8:30 in the morning. Well, I guess yeah, I'm up early, so you gotta get that's how I got up so early. Obviously, nice little pick me up first thing, yeah, right.
Oh no!
That's me at Chrissy Mare's cake funeral.
Based. Based. I mean, yes. That's all, you know. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
There would be studies done
That's crazy,
on
right?
like
I'm gonna be for real. I think he drinks more than the internet says he does.
Yeah, I think so too, unfortunately.
I think we're underestimating it.
Yeah.
I think this is a daily and nightly thing. So Quartering tries to hire Chrissy Mare. As you guys saw last stream, during my stream, how dare she? How dare this take up my airspace?
Bill sniffs less than Phil in his post-nasal drip he got from the mean streets of Connecticut.
That's right. She starts streaming, and during her super chat catch-up, which went horribly, from the clips that I've seen anyway, Jeremy proceeds to try to hire her, as predicted by PPP. He predicted this because he thought Melanie was going on Chrissy's stream out of nowhere, even though she's been trying to get her on since Easter, but then she suddenly shows up. So PPP was like, that's strange. I think she's trying to recruit her for Jared's
Can't wait.
show. And that actually was very perceptive and turned out to be the truth. I mean, maybe Melanie didn't, but he did offer Chrissy a job. So at first he donated $20, and then everybody was roasting him saying, you cheap fuck, you're so poor, you're brokey. And then he donated $100. And the $20 donation was like, oh, poor Chrissy, you're so canceled. And then this one said, I'll happily pick you up at the same salary they pay you. And you never ever have to talk about the drama. You just have to be you. Oh, her knight in shining armor, her white knight.
Ah, what a guy.
It is heartbreaking how your friends turned on you for a few bucks. It's so heartbreaking
Yeah, it wouldn't be him. He wouldn't do that to you.
how the anti-SJW folks have become the SJWs.
Ah.
Said the man that's deplatforming.
Yep.
It is literally impossible for him to have any self-awareness. Not an ounce, not a crumb, not a cake
No,
of
not him.
self-awareness. She definitely said they pay her $10K a show. Yeah, she's gonna go up to Jared and be like, yeah, they paid me like $1,000 a show. So we'll see. We'll see if she teams up with a deplatformer. Then we'll really have that extra nail in the coffin. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If Chris
All right. I think that's all that I... Wait, there was one more. There was one more. The quartering. There was one thing. New accusations. Do I have it in my watch later? Oh, look, guys, it's me! It's me! You write down the quartering and look, well, I mean, it only shows up on my feed because I watch myself. But there was a more recent video of like 2 minutes. 7 days ago. So recently uploaded. This one.
All right. Well, we got to talk about this because we talked about this whole scandal pretty much from the start when it comes to the quartering. Saw this happen yesterday. This comes from PPP of Kino Casino. He is saying, and once again, all alleged right here. At least I'm saying alleged because we don't know for sure. It says, well, quartering has now succeeded in flagging down the Kino Cathedral channel for, quote, cyberbullying. He is truly the biggest loser flaggit of all time. I'm not sure why he keeps escalating and expects people to stop felting him. Oh, well, fuck YouTube, fuck Jer right here. And you can see the Kino Cathedral channel has been literally removed, as it says, for harassment and cyberbullying. Now, apparently this channel was used for their promotion of their show. They would do like a 10, 15-minute promo for the upcoming show that evening. People would watch it, get hyped, and they tune in. And that has been hit by cyberbullying. This is a story that I'd say it's...
Is this... This is not the clip channel. Is this a new one?
Simmered down over the past week, but this is continuing. It just continues to go on. And whether or not Big Jer did flag this down, he hasn't done anything to de-escalate the situation. And it also speaks to the fragility of what's happening.
Yeah, but they're also connecting this to Jeremy.
Over on YouTube, as It's a Gundam says. He says, this proves what I've been saying for years. If someone on the inside of YouTube has it out for you, they can just completely wreck your shit with utter impunity. This is beyond the pale right here. Decade, what's your thoughts on this entire story when it comes to the quartering, Kino Casino, and this just giant saga that we've seen over the last 6 weeks?
Honestly, I've not actually overly been following it.
Okay.
So I'm probably a bit out of the loop on this.
That's fair.
So the only other times I've ever witnessed channels being deleted, but that's normally because they've broken terms of service or like community guidelines or something. So it's really hard for me to comment because I don't really overly know what's going on. So yeah, sorry, I'm a bit useless on this one.
Oh, it's PvP's own channel, Kino Cathedral. Okay. This happened the other day, right? So this was after.
That's totally fair. Yeah, this has been an interesting thing. And
Lord, Chrissy used to get pimped out by a swingers club. She would give blowjobs in the bathroom of a bar to a guy who promised her a job. She's also a mid-comedian and typical podcaster. Wait, who is this? Yo, who is this? Can I get a link, please? That sounds interesting. Can someone post it somewhere? If you guys are on the Discord, I would love that link.
Comes to YouTube in general, I think that the big question a lot of people have is, is this a flagging campaign at this point? Was this done by Jeremy? Was it done by someone who watched them? Or is it done by an alternate channel?
I don't know. Like, I know that some, because I remember like maybe like 18 months.
What is this about blowjobs? Yeah, exactly. People start like listening when you're talking about blowjobs.
So I got an email from.
Maybe I'll put that in the title, Kept people hyped.
YouTube, and I was able to actually like join in on like YouTube like workshop things that you would log into like once a month or something, and you actually got to talk directly to them. And then a few months after that, I actually got invited to an actual YouTube event in London that I got to go to, and where you actually got to mingle with actual proper partner managers.
Yo, speaking of conventions and gatherings and like VTubers, did you guys know that London is gonna have a VTuber gathering? Should we cover that? Is there a way to cover that? I hope so. That'll be fun. There's bound to be some drama there, right?
Yep.
Over in YouTube. So maybe it could be something like that.
Yeah, this does go back to the idea of the haves and have-nots. If you do have a contact over at YouTube, like we do not have a relationship with anybody.
Please don't make make me go, now that you mention it, I wasn't even thinking that.
I would say the last time we had any sort of relationship with anybody, we had a quote unquote partner manager probably 18 months ago. That person moved on, and then we didn't have anybody to contact. They just like went out to the void. So we have, like, if something happens to our channel, we have nobody to contact outside of just the public perception.
Maybe you
should say that out loud.
I don't know. Saying
listen,
that though,
we're like every other channel out there. I mean, like, that's the reality of it. Is there are channels that have millions of subscribers that don't have a partner manager. That
So-
you just yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Deccan.
one of my friends, I won't say the channel name, but one of my friends, like several months ago, maybe even longer ago, his channel like got full on deleted. And
Also alleged that Chrissy has swung with the quartering and his wife's boyfriend. Ooh, I definitely want to get into that story.
it was because of his actual like Google account had a problem come up with it, and he does quite journalistic thing, so it was pure journalism. But because all of us have got access to the British gaming YouTube partner person, we was able to send him an email, and then he was able to get the channel back because he was able to investigate it because he's in YouTube. But like, sorry, that's probably not helpful to this conversation.
No, it is. Well, here's the thing though. Like, I saw people asking about like our partner manager, who it was. The way that was frustrating is, in my experience, in this situation with our channel, we had a partner manager for about 3 months, and then they would rotate to another partner manager for another 3 to 6 months, and then that partner would rotate. That manager would move. And these are very low level people in the company, right? These are, they don't have any authority at all. And when you ask them anything, they give you just the most generic stuff, and they send you a support link, right?
I could see that.
It's so low level, it's crazy. Now, if you have a partner manager that is rotating away from you every 3 to 6 months, it is hard to develop any sort of relationship with them. And even when you start to develop any sort of relationship, they move on and you no longer have that relationship, and you got to start over. So that to me doesn't make any sense, like, at all. And it makes, when you see a situation like this, whether it's PPP getting flagged or
Yeah, when people say they have connections in YouTube and have a partner rep and whatever, usually they wouldn't be talking about those cases. They wouldn't be talking about someone low level that, switches and that you have a new one every 6 months. They would be talking about, when they flaunt that they have a partner rep, they're talking about people who they have a consistent relationship with for maybe years, right? Like, we've heard Keemstar talk about having a YouTube rep and connections in YouTube, and we've seen other bigger YouTubers mention that, and I feel like those are special cases.
A channel like this, you have no one to turn to. And even if you did have a good relationship, let's say this happened 6 months and a week into this relationship. Well, that, you're technically a week into a relationship with a new partner manager, and they don't know you yet. There's still this feeling out period. It's really messed up and silly. But obviously, look, whether it was the quartering or not, this speaks to the idea of how fragile things are over on YouTube, which is why I encourage everybody to spread your wings. If you're a streamer, stream everywhere. Stream on Rumble, stream on Kick, stream on Twitch, stream on Plus, on local, stream everywhere, stream on X. Because you can be flagged on YouTube, and yes, being flagged on YouTube is a big thing, but it definitely, you cannot just be deplatformed from everywhere, right? Unless you're, unless something really bad happens. But yeah, definitely, cast that net as wide as you possibly can. I think that's the best advice for everybody. Obviously, YouTube is the biggest billboard, but this type of stuff cannot happen. And it speaks to the where I think the platform is right now. And we said this from the start, this entire story, it sets a horrible precedent. If you can just go and flag a channel that you don't like because my fees are hurt, that's really messed up. And that's very dangerous for anybody who streams or posts content on the platform at all, because my feelings. And if that's really what this is about, and it comes down to my feelings are hurt because I flag somebody and I happen to know somebody who's in a better, more powerful situation than you do, man, that's fucked up.
I agree. The quartering just got nuked. Man, I am sure that I saw another video. But let's check out this Chrissy person. These are the types of video he makes. Let me check real quick.
More and more information has been coming out about the two individuals that did what they did earlier this week. Going to a mosque. They're
doing what they did. And not just starting a video saying, remember what happened yesterday? Yeah, so new developments.
There's some reports out there.
You guys remember what happened yesterday to that one guy in that one place? Yeah, crazy, right?
That they had other targets. I've been unable to substantiate them.
No!
People keep reporting it as a multi-targeted thing, but I can't seem to find what's going on. But we do have a very interesting statement from their parents. It is basically the most modern day parental.
Whose parents? What are you talking about?
Parental statement that anyone could really
Oh my god!
imagine. So Caleb Vasquez, one of the two responsible for the incident, was on the autism spectrum. So they're blaming autism, of course. Why wouldn't they? And he was influenced by mean words online. His parents explained in a heartfelt apology. I mean, you're the parents. You had no idea what this kid was up to, or that your kid was. You had no, so you knew.
Dude, you sound really tired. Have you been getting any sleep? He's struggling. He's struggling to present the facts. Like, is this your 10th video that you made today? What's happening with you, man? This feels like really poor quality.
About what he was doing online. You knew about what he was talking about. You knew all this stuff. But then instead of blaming yourself at all, taking any of the blame, they blame the internet. Over the last several days, our family has been trying to process the horrible actions carried out by our son.
He sounds exhausted, dude.
The family
He is going through it.
wrote on a statement released by attorney Colin Rudolph. I'm wondering if they're just trying to avoid getting sued or charged.
This is him at his best? No! Can't possibly be.
Remember, in Michigan, the parents of that kid got charged. I'm not saying that parents should know every little thing about their kids' lives, but you should know something. I think if your kid is planning this type of thing, has produced a 75-page manifesto.
Yeah, we should have a scale cam, but you gotta trust me.
It looks like he's about to pass out. He sounds really unhealthy right now. Like, what's going on? He does sound out of breath. Holy crap! Thank you for the 5. Thank you. What's happening?
So complete with images and a downloadable PDF file. There are probably some signs. We want to start by acknowledging that nothing we could say or do will ever repair the damage to actions that have caused. We're completely heartbroken and devastated by what happened. We condemn these hateful and actions entirely, they added. This sounds like some SJW statement. Doesn't it?
Oh, it sounds like an SJW statement. No! Oh my god, you're obsessed. Oh my god. All he has to say is that it sounds like an SJW statement. It's like he has this. It's like he has these sheets of terminology that he has to go through every stream. SJW is in there, woke is in there, leftist is in there. Like, come on.
It sounds like some weirdo.
He's got to go through all of those check marks.
Like agency that's taking heat because they were funding Terry's or something like that.
Yeah, Foodie Beauty levels of out of breath. What's going on with this guy?
The family mentioned the victims.
He's like, the family's
thank them for their bravery in protecting it from stopping it to be worse.
Oh my god.
All 3 men were laid to rest.
He had to take a deep breath. Oh, he's about to land in the hospital, guys.
Thursday in a ceremony in San Diego. Here we have the statement. As much as we
Are you sure you're going to be able to read all that? I don't know, man. You want to take a break? You want to take you want to transition into like make a cut right here? No hospital. I don't need a roommate, especially not this guy.
Mourn the child we raised and love. We mourn even more deeply for the other people. What? It sounds like their parents were like woke.
Oh my god, the next word! The next trigger word is here, guys. He said it! It was SJW and now it's woke. He's going through them, guys. He's going through them. Next check mark. Next one's gonna be leftist.
We, as bad as we mourn for our own child who we neglected, we failed. Our own child who we failed. We're more worried about this Muslim guy who posted on Facebook that, you know, hellfire awaits all goys or something like that. Something similar to that. What are we doing here? We mourn even more deeply for Amin Abdullah, Mansour Kaiza, and Nadwir Awad. We honor and thank them for their heroic actions that day. What is this? Look, you can issue a statement. Maybe I'm being crazy. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm being.
Yes, you're being crazy. Shall we? Let me know in the comments. Only subscribers and members. Wait, what? I'm a subscriber. What? Hello? Why can't I comment? I just wanted to. Oh, you must be a subscriber for a week. Okay. This is how he avoids trolls? I need to be subscribed for a week so I can comment? No. No. Okay, I know that I'm... Okay, we're going back to this one. I can't comment. He wanted to let me... He wanted me to let him know he was crazy, but I can't. Okay, buddy.
Crazy. But like, I get wanting to say something. Like your kid did something horrible. You put out like a 3-sentence thing and you say... You know, words cannot express how sorry we are. You know, there's no excusing my son's behavior, and we're deeply sorry to all.
Are you trying to correct a family that's been through what they've been through? Like, are you trying to edit their statement? Like, why?
All those involved. End of statement. These people sound like they're leftoids.
Oh! The next trigger! The next trigger! The next trigger! We're here, guys! We're here! Leftoids! We're there! We got it! We got it!
And that they're like...
What's the next one? Or is he just gonna repeat? Are we back to the beginning of the doc?
You know, at some point in this letter, they're going to talk about LGBTQ rights.
Oh, there we go! LGBTQ! That's
or
another one!
Like that. Our hearts and prayers are with each of them. I'm not saying they can't feel bad for the victims, but I think just the wording. Like, literally saying, we feel worse for 3...
The wording! You are gonna talk about wording, my friend!
Total strangers than we do for our own child is certainly something to say. That's certainly something. We'd also like to extend... Oh, wait.
We also like to...
Pain inflicted upon this community is immeasurable. Lives have been shattered forever. Families now carry the emptiness that can never truly be filled. And the entire community has a sense... has a sense of peace, safety, and trust taken from them. Yeah, I don't think people in a mosque are big peace and safety people.
Holy crap, dude! I don't think people in a mosque are big safety people. What are you saying right now?
We stand with you, with the community, and with the Muslim community as a whole. No statement can undo that pain. No apology could ever be enough. Why? What are they doing? What are they doing? We would also like to extend our apology to the landscaper. Senselessly targeted. We are grateful that the attempts to harm you were unsuccessful. Our hearts remain with you as well. They're trying not to get sued, I'm guessing. Like, they're trying not to get sued.
Yeah, a lot of people take that stand when something horrible like this happens. They don't want to get sued. I don't blame them. Yeah, he goes to a lot of mosques. Yeah, clearly. He knows about the security.
I'm guessing. We want to be clear. An attack rooted in hatred against people because of their faith is an attack against the dignity and humanity of every person. We reject hatred, extremism, and bigotry in every form. We stand firmly against the ideology and actions that led to this tragedy. These actions...
Why are you reading it like that? It's like you're mocking these people.
...do not reflect the values we raised our family with or the beliefs we hold in our hearts. This is written by the parents. This kid's parents wrote this about him. Again, I totally understand wanting to, like... I totally understand feeling like, man, like, I don't know. I don't have kids, so it's hard for me. Like, let's say...
Okay, you don't have kids. Maybe...
My dog, my German Shepherd.
Oh, people are gonna love that. People are gonna love that. You have a German Shepherd. Same thing, really.
Did something horrible. I don't know. You know, munched up a... bunch of other dogs or something like that.
Okay.
I wouldn't say like, you know, and then my dog, you know, and then my dog got dispatched. I wouldn't be like, well, I feel worse for these other dogs. I wouldn't specifically be like, I feel worse for these 3 other dogs that my dog munched up than my own. Like that.
Yeah, actually, because as parents, you feel an enormous amount of guilt when your child goes out and does something condemnable, right? You feel an enormous amount of guilt. And for people to have felt the pain as a consequence of your kids' actions, yeah, your thoughts are going out to the victims. It's not so strange.
That's such a weird thing to say.
No, it's actually not.
Don't you think?
No.
That's a weird thing to say.
No.
There's no way the parents, if the parents wrote this, they're woke weirdos.
Oh my God. Okay, weirdos is the next trigger point. The next trigger word.
If some lawyer wrote this, they're just trying to make sure these people don't get charged. Because again, remember, I mentioned.
Yeah. There might be a lawyer that wrote this for them. Yeah, there might be. That's a strange thing to happen nowadays.
Mentioned earlier in the video, there has been precedent now where the parents of these people get charged.
These people! Who are these people? Criminals? What? Who are these people?
You know?
Who are you referring to?
And so either that they're trying to not get sued. I don't know.
Yeah, it's your opinion. We got it.
We would also like to make it clear that our son's ideologies, who calls their son's ideologies? This is leftist.
Right.
Or
Leftist.
ChatGPT.
Oh, leftist, ChatGPT, they're all the same, guys.
Our son.
Don't you use ChatGPT. We know where you align if you use ChatGPT.
His ideologies do not align with our morals or principles. Coming from a diverse family that not only includes immigrants, but Muslims as well. What is happening?
Oh, no. Oh, he'll still say communists before the end of this video.
What is These people are actually insane.
Really?
We are proud of the different backgrounds, cultures, ethnicities, and religions within our family and community. We raised our children to treat every person with dignity, kindness, and compassion. No, you didn't. I don't think you did.
Wow. Okay. That might have been their intention, you know?
There was some random Instagram lady, I don't know if you saw this. She said that she interviewed one of these kids' parents. Now, this is 100%.
Yes?
Hearsay.
He uses Grok for his deep dives. He loves him. He loves him some Elon glazing. He does have a special relationship with Elon Musk, doesn't he?
But she said she interviewed one of the kids' parents when the school was forcing them into like some sort of DEI nonsense. Like the school is forcing them into some sort of like DEI training, and like the parent didn't want that. It's from what I understood. Now again, that's, you know, some rando online, so we can't really, you know, I watched the video, and of all the things she could have done, you know, like i.e. show some of the messages she had with the mom, she didn't do that. Our son was on the autism spectrum, and it's painfully clear to us now that he struggled not only with accepting parts of his own identity, but he also grew to resent them. We believe combined with the exposure to hateful rhetoric and extreme content and propaganda spread across parts of the internet, social media, and other online platforms, contributed to his descent into radical ideologies. Let me translate that. Wasn't our fault. It was the internet's fault. We're only the child's parent. Now, again, you can parent all you want, and your kids can still go do something stupid. Okay? Like, I'm not an idiot. My parents were very good.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me about how your German Shepherd went and did something that you didn't teach him to do? Please, can we get another German Shepherd comparison, please?
Parents, they raised me right.
I didn't raise my German Shepherd to eat poop. I told him he can't do that, and he still did it right in front of me.
That still didn't stop me from doing a lot of stupid stuff when I was a kid, you know? So I'm not saying like parents are responsible for 100% of their kids' actions 100% of the time, but this sounds like some lefty.
Yeah, guys, instead of going to cancel the quartering, why are we not canceling as parents instead? You know?
You're trying to CYA, doesn't it? Cover your rear end. CYR. What's it? CYRE. Care. Although measures were taken to help him. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, there's no excuse for his actions. We have come to recognize how dangerous online spaces are, that normalize hatred. What online spaces are you referring to?
Not that you would know, right? You've never spread hatred or influenced people to be toxic in other communities. That wouldn't be you, right, sir? I don't know about these hated or hateful communities. You wouldn't be familiar with those, right?
Do you have any evidence, or are you just saying the internet did it? We didn't do it. The internet did it. We are good people. We like.
Did you ever figure out what the oranges are for? No, we will never know. We will never truly know what the oranges are for. Never.
Like Muslims. We're diverse. We support the Muslim community. The internet did it. Now, as a child gets older, certainly the parents, you know, again, I'm not impugning parents whose kids have ever done anything bad. I'm impugning these parents that released a statement essentially trying to say, well, that wasn't our son. In fact, we're more sad for the dead strangers than we are for our own son.
They never said that it wasn't their son. Not ever in the statement did they say that that's not their son that did it. You're making things up now.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay.
Although measures were taken to help him through his mental instability. What was that? Did you put him on pills? Yep, probably. So you put him on pills. You still gave him easy access to all your weapons. You still have, I mean, they were your weapons. You knew your kid was unstable and you didn't even have him locked up.
I mean, you're unstable. Do you have weapons in your house? Should we take them away?
What were you thinking? We repeatedly encouraged him to seek help. He's your kid. You don't need to encourage him. You grab him by the ear and you go check.
Sir. Oh, man.
Him in. He's a minor. You can still do that.
Okay.
You grab him by the ear and you say, you're going to go and you're going to go get help. Here's what's going to happen. I'm an adult. You're a child.
Good things he's raised his kids, right? You know?
And he voluntarily spent time in multiple rehab centers. We tried to place him in environments and around people who could provide the support and treatment he needed. We will forever live with the burden of wondering whether there was more we could have done to help. This is so sick.
What do you mean?
This is so bonkers. What are we doing here? Like, what? It sounds like the parents are just as messed up. Does anybody disagree with that?
They're messed up now, that's for sure.
It sounds to me like the parents are just as messed up.
Where are you getting that from? What? Okay, please, Mr. Expert in psychology. If you think that these parents are just as messed up, gather your evidence and call the police. Tell them that they're going to be the next ones doing something like that. Please go to the police with that evidence.
It sounds like these parents had like crazy, some sort of crazy beliefs, far leftists, or some lawyer wrote this.
These freaking far leftists, man. All terrorists, I tell you.
Lawyer wrote all of this. To others who share similar extreme ideologies or hateful beliefs, we say this: hate has no place in America, a country built by people from different ethnic, cultural, and religious backgrounds seeking a better life. To anyone struggling with these thoughts, anger, radicalization, or hatred, please seek help. As parents, we are grieving in ways we never admit. What are we talking about? And then they have a fake signature.
Oh, they can't grieve? Is that it? Mr. Jeremy, they can't grieve? Is grieving wrong too? What else are these parents doing wrong?
At the end.
Oh, you couldn't read the whole thing? Are you out of breath already?
I think
you need to go take a nap?
The parents are desperately afraid of backlash from the Muslims.
Yeah.
Backlash from their own, like, they are literally, this is the most cover your rear end statement I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're worried about getting called the R word.
Uh-huh.
They're worried about the people from the mosque getting retribution. They're worried about, they knew their kid was a ticking time bomb. And again, it sounds like they tried to get him help, but ultimately failed and are more worried about what other people will think about them than the fact that their own son is now dead and they failed him as a parent.
I don't know. You didn't read the whole thing.
Sounds like they tried, but who?
if Caleb Hammer does the audit, I'll donate barrels of money to watch it. Dude, yes. I wish that would happen. I watch Caleb Hammer religiously. I'm not saying that I'm like a diehard fan or anything, but I do like his episodes, so I would see that.
Who knows? What is
we would cover it here, right here.
You know, he called himself a misanthropist cell. Meaning like you hate everyone, misanthropic. I think that means the weapon said race war now. I mean, they were basically a rudderless kid. We don't know much about this other one, but like a rudderless kid that just wanted to end it all and decided this was the way to do it. I bet you this kid didn't actually hate any actual races. It just was like, oh, I want to be like this other guy who did this in New Zealand, and that's how I want to go out. By the way, they did it live on a live stream. I don't know if you guys knew that, but I don't recommend looking up the video. A huge L for.
Ooh, wanted to spin a tinfoil hat theory to ya. Ooh, let's see that. I think Rumble forced Jared to cover the other brand of coffee in order for him to keep streaming. I honestly see that happening behind the scenes. Definitely things like that happen. But what do you mean when the other brand of coffee? You mean the one that what is it called? Coffee brand coffee? Didn't TheQuartering have a video the other day talking about race war? This is the first time I watched one of his videos. This was not part of the stream today. I didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect to be so triggered by one of his videos. I swear. I didn't think we were gonna watch his whole video from start to finish. I didn't know.
The parents. But I am glad that they chose, to end it. We don't have to see a lengthy trial and see these people get, famous and create more people. My biggest concern now is how many people will be copycat.
This coffee brand coffee was under fire, so he had to stop selling it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if he has a contract with Rumble, I can imagine Rumble would get vocal about some of the things he's involved in.
Because these things always seem to happen in multiple.
Need more unintentional rabbit holes? I got passionate about it, didn't I? The one he did for another brand basically was bought out recently about that. They found out that the background on coffee brand coffee, he switched it. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. That is crazy. So you guys are saying there's another one? Another race war one? Is it this one? It's getting worse? It's all falling apart? No, that's what 2 hours ago. Look how many videos he puts out. No wonder they did it. You guys, you know which one? All of his, they're all slop. I mean, he's trying, man. He's desperate right now. He's still doing that short thing.
I thank God every day for dash cam footage. Check this out.
I thank God every day for dash cam footage. Check this out.
This is what happens when you let your wife help you. Yeah.
This is what happens when you let your wife help you.
Kids are the purest, and this is a great example of it. Check it out.
No.
Every single thing about this video is funny to me, and I can't stop watching it. Check it out.
No.
Cops should be a lot more careful when they pull people over. Check this out.
No.
This is exactly why men don't live longer than women. Check this out. Do not let people forget about this video. Share it everywhere. It's important.
And to be where you said that India is...
Well, they got deported. Karma's great. Check this out. Oh, man. The media tried to scare us all again, and well, we said absolutely not. Check this out. The whole system is corrupt, and this story is scary. Check this out. This might be the dumbest hypothetical I've ever heard in my life. What do you think? Check it out. Karen melts down over a mom feeding her child. What's going on? Check this out. Yeah, crazy people are everywhere, and this one's nuts. Check it out. But... Yeah. Do not let...
No. And because he does like thousands of these every single day. He does thousands of these every day. Oh my God. I'm drunk. Check this out. Being in the corner of my basement. Check this out. No. No. Oh my gosh. That is so crazy. Whew. All right. We're going to call it here, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be back at the same time, about 15 minutes earlier, because I started 15 minutes later. At 6 p.m. EST, we're going to be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're going to be discussing. Probably not more of this, but we'll see. And at 2 p.m., as per usual, we also have our gaming stream over on the gaming channel. All the links are in the description or on my profile here on YouTube. Don't forget to like the stream. Yeah, we're getting really low numbers of likes compared to people actually coming in and hanging out. So don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you haven't already. Let's go see if we can rate someone. If I don't see anyone, you can always recommend. Always tell me. Like yesterday, you told me about Raw Phil. I didn't know about it. I subscribed. We rated. It was cool. We have more Raw Phil on right now. Yo, did Thick Gemini change his name to Nevermore Live? Dude. Got Rastov. Do something like, thank you. Discuss Portuguese food. Is Mr. Boom Boom Pow live? No, they're not live at the moment. Wait. Ooh, we have Dr. K live right now. Let's go say hi to them. Not that they'll notice us, but... Alright, guys, I'll see you soon. Tomorrow, 2 streams. Head over to the Discord as well if you want to be a part of the community there. Make sure you give Steak a hard time now. He's going by... Wait, stale? Really? Oh, gosh. Well, that feels more appropriate to him than the previous name he had. I'll see you guys around. See you all tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night.